So what's going on, you guys? Have you guys heard this one? So what did the zine say to the anarchist? Have you heard this one? Nah. The zine said, "Why don't you fucking review me already? Huh? Huh, you guys?" And you know what, man? Welcome back to Fro Publications YouTube channel. As always, it's me, Rich, and not always, but predominantly, I do zine reviews. And today is one of those kind of days. First zine review of 2019, so let's go ahead and get into this. So to begin with, I got a note in this zine package. Let's go ahead and read this. It says, "Hi, thank you for making a zine exchange with me, Zine from a Kedai Kandang Kuda. Suppose we can make a zine exchange again. I hope you like my zine exchange. Thank you so much." And these zines came from Malaysia. I fucking love them. There's a lot to like and there's a lot to discuss, so let's begin. To begin with, some of the zines I couldn't actually read. Some of them were in a language that I didn't speak, and that's just what it is. But nonetheless, there are comic zines, so there was so much for me to appreciate from these zines. For instance, the layout. I fucking love the layout. I love the pacing. I love the art. A lot of the art, I mean, some of the art was very, very clean, but a lot of the art was actually very messy, very gritty, and that's the kind of shit I like. Like, I like the Sam Keith art. Love the Sam Keith art, actually. The Johan Vasco art. And a lot of it kind of mirrored that style. I'm not really sure which zines were Kedai's, which art was his, which prose, which writing. I'm not sure who did what, because it looked like he sent me a big ass package full of different zines that I think he distros out there in Malaysia. Kedai, I'm not sure what you wrote or what you drew, or if you just distro out, kind of like Budget Press and Johnny. I'm not sure where you fit into that spectrum, but these zines are amazing. I do believe they're all from the same general zine distro. If not, they're all probably zines from Malaysia, and they're well worth checking the fuck out. Some of them were actually in English, one of them being Zappa. Now, Zappa was a very fun zine, very clean. It reminded me of like a Calvin and Hobbes kind of comics. And it was weird because it's like this sage wisdom that, for me at least, I thought was being ironic or kind of, counterculture and being humorous. And I enjoyed it. One of the ones that I liked a lot, even though I could not read, one of the zines that I liked a lot but I couldn't read was called Sila Padi, which it looked like it was one panel comics of a political spectrum, and I like those kind of comics. I've actually always wanted to get into that, and I personally love that style. I think it's really hard to say a lot in one panel or even two panels. It's fucking hard, even the three panel structure. That's why Monsieur is one of my favorite zinesters, because he's always able to deliver normally on three panels. He's even gone to another level now doing two, but it's very, very difficult, and I just wish I could read it because the art just looks amazing. But there's one more zine that from this zine exchange just fucking stands out, and just, man, wow, it just really fucking hits me. And it's called Now Panic and Freak Out 29 Days, and it's by Michael Madness. Now, what did I like about this zine? First of all, it's a comic zine, but the art is amazing, and it's kind of like a poem about madness. But there's such details that you have to just appreciate it so much more. Like, some of the drawings is written on a clinical paper, hospital papers, kind of diagnosing the individual. And it's a story about madness, about falling into madness. And so the chaotic nature of the zine and all these hospital paperwork and all these things, it just brings it to life that much more. And so it's just amazing because it's so conceptually strong. The art is amazing. The poetry is alluring, and all of it ties together to ultimately the concept. And that's amazing. Like that's that attention to detail that you don't just see everywhere. And lastly, the homie Kedai shot me a shirt that I was hoping to sport on this video, but I could not find it. I knew I had it in Mexico and I wore it all the time over there. So thank you for the shirt. I know it's in here somewhere, but like I just moved. I don't know where half of my shit is at. You know what I mean? But that's all I got for you guys. Until next time, lights.